So if you've been following the news lately, now you might probably been scrolling around, but there's an article coming out that Ford has a brand new recall list. And it's 85,000 vehicles recalled because of fears that the engines could catch on fire, made by claims of people saying that their engines are overheating and they're about to explode. And here's what's also the issue. So if you're following around, with in your city, you see all these police SUV Fords. These can also they're also in the recall list of 85,238 2020 to 2022 Ford Explorers with the Police Interceptor utility packages, the company's first ever pursuit rated hybrid police SUVs, and the normal internal combustion engine Police Interceptor SUVs. That can also be included in the 85,000 recall list. So the concerns with what they're finding is, according to the article I'm reading, this is from Independent by Michelle Del Rey that was posted yesterday at 11:47 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So as of July 9th of 2024, Ford has received 13 reports under the hood fires in North America resulting from engine block breaches onto the cars, causing concerns that customers could be engine in an engine fire. Also, it can be caused by engine failure, oil and fuel vapor may release into the engine and accumulate near the ignition sources like hot engines or exhaust components, which could result in a component fire. And this goes to show that Ford's, they're just continuously having these issues and these poor quality control. They can't even know how to build an engine correctly. And this goes to show there's so many modules and there's so many things that have to go wrong. And modern fuel injection systems and engine blocks are made so cheaply, using aluminum and with ignition coils and all that stuff. And just all that stuff that's happening and it's causing these engines to blow up and just allow vapors and all that stuff to get in. And just it's causing an issue with ignition sources being affected too, because if the hot oil gets to those, then it will cause an ignite and then it goes, and there goes the car and it's all engulfed in flames. Now, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the NHTSA, recall report stated Ford is not aware of any reports of accidents or injuries stemming from this issue of the recalls, which they're not aware. How are they not aware that their cars are just blowing up out of nowhere? And it goes to show, again, this is the problem with just having poor quality control, just making half-fast engines that can just cause it just to... And Ford is not aware with this. Ford should be aware of issues that can cause. And this is reports that the people's lives are also in danger too. With any accidents or injuries stemming from issues. Remember, these are people that are concerned about what is going on, underneath their car. What's causing their engine to overheat, and all of a sudden, now they're exploding everywhere. And Ford has to be aware of all this because people's lives can be in danger, like I said. Owners must be advised to park and shut off the engine if they hear unexpected engine noises like knocking or piston ring failures or just poor acceleration or something like that. Experience unexpected engine power reductions, see smoke from the engine compartment. Dealers will inspect for connecting rod bearing failures and replace engine long block if necessary. Depends on with special warranties and all that stuff. Cars under warranty, you can get the new engine for free, or if it's not under warranty, then you have to get a new engine. You have to pay out of your pocket to get a new engine under that recall list. And again, this goes to show to the two production years of 2020 and 2022 vehicles are being at risk of blowing engines. Also, you'd be surprised now because including with all this recall list of 85,000, what we're seeing is now with police interception vehicles, these cars go everywhere and they have so much technology around them. And they have all these computers, walkie-talkies, communication, radio. They have all these components and even the sirens too. they have all these systems that have the special power and everything in that whole package. You'd be surprised, how much technology goes into these systems in a police vehicle. And also they have to go on these pursuits and with these special shocks and these special packages. They have to withstand a lot of these high pursuit vehicles. They have to go under, respond to emergency calls pretty fast. They have to go basically anywhere that a regular car can. They have to, they have all this. Now we're seeing that with recalls of just engine failures and engines catching on fire. This is what's going on with over technology, and this is what's going on with, poor quality control with how these people in the manufacturing plant just designing these engines and putting together these engines. They're just half-assing these jobs and just making them cheaper and cheaper as they go, because they're using like silicone glue, or they're using other cheap materials to just make it half-assed and just go along with it. And they just keep going with the more the assembly and all that stuff. And this is what's being putting under danger. And this is what's going on with electric vehicles as well. We're seeing electric vehicles catching on fire because the batteries are very unstable, and with the motors as well. Motors and the actual batteries are being unstable, and they're overheating. We're seeing that too. Ford and General Motors have just been under just the amalgamation of just poor quality control. And I was just like, who's just running this operation? How are they not aware with issues that's going on, and what people's lives are also being at risk for all of these as well? Because we're seeing that engines can catch on fire, and the fire can fire spread, and just engulf the car. That can be an issue to the people, and that's an issue. So company will mail a letter to owners explain why their safety risks around 19 of so tomorrow, August 19th, a remedy that is expected to available to the second quarter of 2025. Once that happens, a second notice will be sent out to the owners of those vehicles with put out a recall list on their vehicles. Also, if you want to figure out what your recall list of your vehicles, for example, just go to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the NHTSA, and look up your VIN number. You can look up just your vehicle itself, do your VIN number and all that stuff. You can just go through all of that stuff and look at the recalls of past recalls, and kind of see, how can I fix it? How can I notice when my car is going to be at risk of, let's say, an engine failure, or a seatbelt recall, or a battery recall if you have an electric vehicle, or anything. Just go through your VIN number and just go put it in the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration recall report, and then just figure out what all these models are recalled on. And again, it's ridiculous that 85,000 vehicles, and now we're seeing millions of cars also being recalled due to fire risk and seatbelts and safety. They're just half-fasting everything, and it's ridiculous how they're just half-fasting, and they're just, cutting corners, and they just have poor quality control. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming and watching this video. I just want to say thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.